Yeah. Go get a chair. Sit over there. Sit.
All right, cool. All right. For benevolent warrior brothers and herring sisters of love and life, today we have the fight of, what is it? Canelo versus Plant. It's going to be a phenomenal fight, but it's going to be a fight of egos in the sense that it's going to be similar to what happened with Canelo when he faced Mayweather. Now, haven't you noticed what's up with Caleb Plant, and his style is pretty similar to Mayweather? Well, in case you guys didn't know, he used to roam around in that gym and he used to get picked on by all the fighters, and he became what he is now. I never heard of him before this fight. It has nothing to take away from Plant, because why? Because he's actually becoming one of my favorite fighters. Okay, I've been living under a rock because I've been busy building an empire. Eventually, I'm about to release it very, very soon. But aside from that, every now and then, the only person that gets me out from time to time is the masterful, I called it, masterful Canelo Alvarez. I have videos that are over 10 years old that says that he was going to get many, many titles. I foreseen this happening and I called it out. Anyhow, today I got here my brother. All right, as you can see, he's my literal brother. He's my little brother, but look how much bigger he is, all right? And we're the same father, same mother, but check him out. Yes, he is Mexican, just like me. We're not Filipino, even though I look Filipino. No, just kidding. But look at him. He has red hair, just like Canelo. And again, we have the same father and the same mother. So yes, some Mexicans do have red hair. It is normal. All right. So anyhow,
yeah, let me show.
Yeah, he wants to show you the pubes. All right. There's no denying that. No, but check it out. We're gonna show you real quick. Honestly, look, not to take anything away from Plant. He's becoming one of my favorite fighters. Before this, I never knew about him. And again, every single fighter, except for like maybe Trout in the past, I didn't even know. Again, it has nothing to do with me not acknowledging these professionals. No, it's just I haven't been in the scene. So with this man, he's going to show us what Caleb Plant does. I'm trying to show you that Plant has no chance. I'm sorry to say that. What I was trying to say earlier about Canelo and Mayweather, this is going to be kind of part two, is that Canelo went in there very confident. We see that Plant has a lot of confidence, but that really doesn't pay the bills, if you may, when it comes to this type of level of fight. The same thing happened with Canelo. He had an immense amount of creativity. He had great wins against great fighters. But come on now. We know Mayweather. Mayweather's a master boxer. Not even just a master fighter. He's a master boxer. Okay? Canelo's a little bit of all. He's not a master boxer. And this is where Canelo learned from his ego. He went in with too much ego. Same thing with Caleb Plant. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a natural, warrioristic way. We'll have an ego that doesn't want to stop, right? That's what's going to get Caleb hurt. Caleb is not going to stop. Caleb won't be stopped. He's not going to slow down. And he will get injured bad if they don't stop the fight. And I don't see them stopping the fight. But here's what Caleb likes to do a lot. So what is Caleb does a lot that Mayweather does very well, and this is why Caleb is going to try to duplicate Mayweather. He does the crossbody guard, right? And it's very effective against idiots. I said it, against idiots is very effective. Okay, so yes, that means Canelo was an idiot when it comes to that level when he faced Mayweather, because look, I love Canelo, but when I seen that fight, I was ashamed. I was like, he didn't even adjust. But again, that's Mayweather. Mayweather's a master. So Caleb likes to do that crossbody a lot, right? Which is going to help him against any other fighter except for Canelo. Canelo is just the equivalent to like Tyson. Compared to his opponents, Tyson is like a fullback. It's like a fullback fighting a basketball player. Who's going to win in collision? The fucking fullback. Okay? So if you look at Canelo, he's solid as hell. Solid. Caleb is solid, but he's slimmer. So what's going to happen with Caleb with this crossbody bullshit? All right? What happened with Canelo's previous opponent? Not Saunders, but the one before that? He bit off that arm because he couldn't reach his head. Right? He couldn't reach his head, so he was just bam. Bam! Bam! Always in the arm. And what happened? He had a crazy ass lump, and I called it. I specifically said, watch Canelo beat up that arm, because the same thing happened to me. I couldn't beat up tall boxers. You can see who's this guy right here. I almost said a bad word. All right. This is the only guy that's ever come close to beating me. But look how big he is. So I had to learn, because I couldn't reach his head. All right. So I had to chop the body down. So that's where the crossbody comes in. But check it out. What did Canelo do? So when he does a crossbody, what do you do to stay away from that? Or someone charging you? Put up the spear. Exactly. Remember how Caleb does this a lot. And he does it very well, but he does it fast. Bam! And he gets points, and he hurts people, and he opens up to bam! Without even looking, he can hit up there, right? Caleb Plant is badass, man. He's good. But he's not going to be anything against Canelo. So, right now, as you can see, if he's not doing a defensive move, an offensive move, he's doing a defensive move, but he does this a lot, because this goes into the crossbody to get ready for the crossbody, right? So, check it out. So if I'm Canelo, what does Canelo do? He charges a lot, right? He squares off a lot, like Mike Tyson. Not only that, stand in front over here. Just like Mike Tyson, Canelo does this. Or the dog jack. Canelo, not only, just like Mike Tyson does this a lot, and then wibble wobble to evade punches, and then all of a sudden he'll do this number. Bam, bam, right? Not only that, he'll also, as an orthodox Tyson, all right, he'll come over this way. Bam, bam, and then come out. So what I'm saying is, he does both sides very well. Just so Canelo can do that. So something that Caleb Plant is going to do a lot to Canelo. It's going to be that lovely hit to the body. So do the fake jab where you duck down, but you punch me in the stomach. So fake jab. So where you crunch down that way, and so I won't punch you. So punch. No. You just throw the jab. Yeah, but crunch down, so I won't punch you. This, I can press in on you and I can hurt you that way. So, all you're doing is crunch, like that. But you're bringing that spear out. Exactly. That's what Caleb Plant's going to do a lot. All right. Eventually, Canelo's going to bait him to do that a lot. So, what is Canelo going to do? He's going to orthodox, right? All he's going to do is, remember, take out that spear. Boom. Yeah, he's going to get hit here. But what happens? His shoulder's going to get messed up. Not only that, I'm here. I'm already loaded up to come over with that crazy overhand right that Canelo has. Boom. Bam. And he's going to come back out a lot. Not only that, if Caleb Plants adjust after many of those happenings, okay, same thing again. I'm going to charge. You keep me at bay by getting your head out of the way, so I'm going to knock you out. And you So, again, once he adjusts, bam. I was like, what is it? So you keep me at bay. Remember, don't get knocked out, and then you're keeping me at bay at the same time. All right, so bam, again. So now he's way over, right? So there's no way I'm going to try to swing at his head. I'm going to completely miss. So what I'm going to do here, I'm already, remember, I came in with this, again, bam, here. What did Caleb Plant's going to do? Throw that backhand like he likes to do, this sweet hands. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Because look, what Canelo's going to do when that happens, try to do that backhand from right here. Canelo's just going to push with his whole body and punch. Because Canelo just barges. So the only other thing that Caleb Plant has a chance in, get this, okay? What does Caleb Plant does a lot? He double hook a lot, boom, boom, and he's really good at it. Okay, so what Caleb Plant needs to do for to bait Canelo, he's going to have to do that feint this way, but without going forward. Okay, all he's gonna do is do this. What is Canelo gonna do? Remember I told you that jump back that he copied. Canelo copied this. I mean, he's done it before, but he mastered it after he lost to Mayweather, which is what? That recoil, bam. So throw a jab at me, bam. Well, he's open. That's what Mayweather got Canelo a lot on, right? So after Canelo lost to Mayweather on that, Canelo learned from that. So, do that the fake one where you're not gonna probe to me. You're gonna fake to me that you're gonna do that. You're just gonna go this way, okay? So go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go this way, just like Canelo would, all right? But then I'm gonna try to do this, but he's not loaded up yet. From there, that's where Caleb Plant. Remember, he likes to step in, just like Canelo. So right there, that's where Caleb Plant will come in with those sweet hands with more than just two. Remember, all he's gonna do is this way. Then Canelo's gonna go bam. And then he's going to be left wide open because Caleb Plant, that's what Caleb Plant is good at, moving his head around a lot. Okay, so that's another thing is Canelo is going to make Caleb Plant miss a lot, okay? Because it's going to make it seem like he's getting hurt because Canelo's a master, guys. Look, he's going to allow you to hit him. And he's going to be getting hit exactly at the same amount all prior Caleb Plant's opposition was hitting him, which is hard. Caleb Plant hits hard enough, but he doesn't dig in like Mike Tyson, like Miguel Cotto, like Mayweather doesn't really dig in. What's his name? How did I forget? Chavez and Canelo. They dig in. So think about this. Watch my video that's on feature right now. It talks about how to punch with your body. I'm not just going to hit right here like this. Look, I didn't use anything. So what I want to do here is bam. Now I'm loaded up with a mild form of plyometrics, and I'm using my whole entire body. Bam, bam, as I'm trying to come out. But the point is look what's happening to my other side. All right? Notice how even Plant does it. You have to, almost like you're turning a lawnmower, but don't overdo it. Okay? You don't want to, like the draw. It's almost like you're drawing a bow. Okay? So what Caleb Plant needs to do, once again, is remember, so first do where you're going to hurt me, come in. No, but you step in and then come back out. Boom, and then come back out. He likes to do that, but obviously very fast. So instead of coming in with his foot, he's just going to kind of step back a little bit, all right? And that's going to make me do this and then this right away. But remember, he didn't load up, so now let's switch it up. So now I'm Caleb Plant. Now I'm going to bait that. You go back and then remember your Canelo now kind of Mayweather style. So go back. No, but jump back. Remember, so you're gonna go because you're gonna make me miss. So you're gonna make me miss. You're gonna make me miss, and then bam! He hit me. He has good accuracy. Woo, nice! I seen 2 stars. Look at that. Seriously. That's the key. You don't have to get hit hard on the chin. Check it out. If you make your head go, so check it out. I'm going to get hit from here. Not really get hit, but I'm saying if I get hit from here, my head goes this way. Not only that, if there's a curl coming, from this motion, not only is my head going to go that way, it's going to go this way, okay? But what happens when my head does this? Inertia. The brain stays in place for a split second, and then it comes over, then the head comes back, then the brain comes over, and that rattling, that's what causes your equilibrium to drop. You don't have to get hit hard in the chin. You can get hit hard. All these spaces, it'll hurt, but you won't get knocked out unless you get hit right here, or air, no more air to breathe, bam, loss of equilibrium, loss of consciousness, right? So to finish out, like I was saying, Caleb Plant doesn't have a chance at all. Not to take anything away from Caleb Plant, and not to take anything away from Caleb Plant, because like I said, he's becoming one of my favorite boxers. and he will lose to this one. But I'll put it this way: he will not lose the next rematch, but he may not win it. If you catch my drift, some of you might understand what I mean by that. Okay, why? Because that will make a wonderful trilogy, and I believe he will learn from his mistakes in this fight, and I think he will at least get a draw on the rematch and a fair draw to where no one can say he did not beat Canelo Alvarez. So like I said, he won't lose the next fight, but he might not win it, but he will lose this one, and unfortunately he might get seriously injured. Why? Again, because of his ego. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean his ego, because of what he's been through, he's not going to want to slow down. He's not going to want to stay down. I guarantee you, I'm sorry, Caleb Plant, but you're going to be making a face plant. But one thing I will say is you will get up one more time. That will happen around the 7th or the 8th. Usually that's when I usually call this type of fight that it's definitely not an easy fight. Definitely not an easy fight, but I get this. You Caleb Plant fans out there, this is going to be one of the most boring Caleb Plants you've ever seen. You know why? Because the smartest thing Caleb Plant can do is backpedal a lot. What does Canelo do a lot? He beat Caleb Plant. What does Canelo do a lot? I'm going to be a little bit sarcastic. He charges a lot, doesn't he? So Caleb Plant, what you're going to have to do, you know this already, you're going to have to open the door. So charge at me. Charge at me from there. Open the door. Out of all people, Mayweather. You guys, a lot of you guys say he's a runner, right? I don't think that's a runner because I know boxing well enough. I know strategy well enough. I know fighting well enough. There's certain things I don't like about Mayweather, but Mayweather's a master, and I don't think he runs. What I said, like I showed you right now, he opens up the door a lot. He moves a lot. He controls the distance. Caleb is going to try to mimic that, but he's going to be so under pressure that he's going to be running a lot. Because it's the smartest thing to do against a small tank. Look at Tank Davis and Tyson and Pacquiao. Against their opposition, they always fight way bigger opponents. And what do to their opponents? It's physics, guys. When there's this small little fullback going against this really tall basketball player, the fullback's always going to take down the basketball player. It doesn't matter that they have reach. Okay. Again, physics. Last thing. Why do I say Caleb Plant is going to? Well, a lot of you think he's going to get knocked out. He should, but not that he should. He's going to be smart enough. This is why I say it's going to be kind of boring to some of you because he's going to be moving a lot. He will give a lot of beautiful combinations, yes, but he won't be able to do them that often because again, he's going to get hit. Look who else said it. Okay, my style is similar to Tyson and Canelo's. And if you see some of my old videos, even when I come out to the fight, to the ring, Canelo moves just like I do. I was like, there's no way he copied me, obviously, and I'm not the only one that does it, but I had this weird little swing back and forth that made me get into a crazy zone inside so that I can unleash inside the ring. But anyhow, we're almost done here. The last thing I want to tell you guys is at the press conference, okay? What was the one thing that the trainer said? He said, I want to assure you guys that anything that happened here will not affect the fight. Guess what, guys? This is why hitting in the back of the head is illegal. I'm not saying Canelo hit Caleb Plant in the back of the head, but it's illegal because you lose your equilibrium easily. I'm sorry, I don't like to share this information, but I have to. When you cup your hands and you hit someone in the ear, that pressure goes in and it bursts the eardrum. What happens to when the eardrum is burst? There's no more legs. This is what happened to Tyson Fury, guys. Yes, I won't say it. We know about the gloves and all that, yes. But where was he getting hit all the time? Because what what the bronze bomber does on his defense, he does this a lot and he looks away. And this is why he was getting punched a lot. But anyways, what happened in the fight? At the press conference. So swing. No, remember how he swung? He went like that. No, but with your hands up, and like at the press conference. He just swung just like that. So fam, he just went like that, right? Boom. When he did that, naturally, Canelo was already off balance here, right? All he did was come over, bam, 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 and then again. But what happened here with this one? Okay, this one cut his eye. Yeah, we're gonna say what Caleb Plant said. Oh, it didn't hit him in the face. It hit his glasses. It's still hitting him in the face, damn it. Anyways, the point is what happened with Canelo without even doing it on purpose. He didn't want to punch him because he didn't want to ruin the fight. So what did Canelo do? He pinch slapped his ass. Sorry to say. But when he pinch slapped him, he hit him accidentally this way, fucked up his eardrum, and that's why Plant was so out of it. He was not hurt, but he was out of it because he's like, what the fuck's going on? What's going on? Because that never happened to him before. It has happened to me before, both getting blown up in Iraq. I lost my equilibrium and I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't even stand straight because I popped my eardrums from the explosions. Okay, that was one. And then in boxing, I was fighting a master professional and he was getting mad that I was beating him, and that's what he did. He cupped his hand, hit me, bam, and I was like, what the fuck? And I try not to show it. And I was like, what? My legs weren't there anymore. And I was like, what the fuck? But I still won the fight, but the point is that's what happened to Caleb Plant. I know you guys want to know that his equilibrium was shot, and last thing is his legs are going to get built up with lactic acid. Why? Get your crossbody guard up. I'm Canelo Alvarez. I'm just gonna kind of like force you. We're gonna be in like a phone booth. You're just gonna be kind of moving around. So that's all he does. A lot of pushing, right? What is Caleb Plant gonna do? A counter. But what am I gonna do? Boom, into him again, pushing him. And again, I'm the little fullback that is used to taking care of tall dudes. So I'm not going to get my lactic acid loaded up bad like Caleb Plant is, because Caleb Plant is not used to being pushed. The only person that was solid enough of Caleb Plant's opposition was Fagan Butts. I think that's his name, Fagan Butts. He was very solid. He never got hurt, even though he was tossed all over the place. But again, that's not going to happen to Canelo because Canelo chops down and he doesn't headhunt. Every single opponent of Caleb Plant was picked because they all headhunt. Okay? And Caleb Plant, yes, has beautiful head motion. But again, if you headhunt, you're fucked against Caleb. Caleb Plant will fuck you up if you try to headhunt against him. And Canelo's not going to headhunt. He's just going to chop. Just like Tyson said. He's going to hit him in the fucking hip, in the butt, in the arm. Yeah, because Tyson literally said that. Because why Tyson used to do that? I used to do that. It's not cheating. It's winning against your opponent. And that way he can't pick up his arm anymore. Okay? Because I'm going to be punching here.
That's how I fight.
Exactly. So last thing is,
I don't go for faces. I go for arms.
What is one of the only times Mayweather got a little bit hurt? It was when he fought against Maidana. Do you guys remember this weird ass angle? Your Mayweather, Maidana would do this, and he will punch down from here. But do your crossbody, but a tight one, crossbody guard, tight one. This one chin, yeah, like that. Because this one covers your body, right? Like that, exactly. So that's a crossbody guard, right? So what will if I'm gonna swing it straight, bring that shoulder this way. So see, now he can hit me with this uppercut here, right? So that's what Mayweather would do a lot to Maidana, right? So Maidana after a while said, okay, I'm gonna make him think that I'm gonna do that. So turn, and then he will go this way. beat this guard down, and then bam! Sometimes he will miss that, do it again, crossbody, or even peekaboo, every now and then peekaboo. Because remember, Mayweather was smart to bring the peekaboo every now and then because Maidana hits hard as hell. So what did Maidana will do? Bam! Again, hit the hit out of the way and then try to hit. And Mayweather, it was one of the only times Mayweather has truly been hurt. Mayweather has been stunned before, but that was one of the only times Mayweather. That's what it is. Look, Caleb Plant, I give that much to Caleb Plant. He won't get knocked out around the 7th or 8th, like some people are saying. No, he will last. He will get knocked down by the 7th or the 8th, face down by an uppercut. Okay, he's gonna get baited in, and then, but the one that's gonna finish him off is get your guard up, get your crossbody. Is bent over and right. It's gonna be with timing to where he's going to run into it. Mark my words. And it's going to be just like that too. He's going to come in through the guard and Canelo's just going to get that weird. Remember, there's 1 axis, 2 axis, 3 axis. All right? So stand right here. So I can hit him here this way. No, don't just stay right there. This way. I can hit him here this way, right? This axis. I can tilt. Now I can hit here, here. And you don't over-exaggerate like that. I'm just over-exaggerating right now. Yeah, there's, right? I can crunch over, bam. I can hit this way, all right? Even as a southpaw, even if he stays orthodox, still, same thing. Sideways, we have these, right? I crunch to the side, now I have these. I crunch to the opposite side, and now I have these, okay? Use all those axes. This is how you become truly multidimensional. Look at Lara, everywhere, right? Punches from all angles, but all his targets always hit down in the center. That's the what I call the curse of amateur and Olympians. Why? Because they're forced to hit flush straight down the middle. Why? Because of protection. Good, yeah. But in the professionals, it's a completely different story. Okay. But the point is look, they'll stop the fight at the 11th round. If it goes all the way to the 12th, there is no way Caleb Plant can win this. There is no way. Not even a tie, nothing. If there is a tie, it will be not the end of boxing, but not the end of a certain organization, but certain organizations will get certain eyes on them for, we know what, corruption, straight up. Okay, again, nothing to take away from Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a phenomenal fighter. Okay, he's actually one of my new favorite fighters, and we're about to get started with the preliminary fights. That's all I got for you guys. So, like I said, the pressure will affect this fight. Okay, there's still a little bit of how can I put this? I guarantee you, Caleb Plant is going to be a little bit concerned about losing his equilibrium, like he lost his equilibrium on that press conference. Remember, he would look at a slow motion. That right hand, okay, it hit Caleb Plant flush in the ear and it burst his eardrum. And if you watch the whole from different angles, you will see he was shocked. He was just standing there like, what the fuck just happened? I know what just happened here, but what the fuck just happened? Meaning inside. Because he didn't have legs because his eardrum was popped. And then you get that cut. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be not good for Caleb Plant, even though it's going to be a great show. Okay? And like I said, he will learn from this, just like Canelo learned on his loss against Mayweather. I don't see Caleb Plant losing ever after this fight, unless he faces Canelo a 3rd time. Do the math. Okay? He's not going to, unless he faces Canelo a 3rd time, which I don't think it will happen, even though there will be a 2nd fight. And again, Caleb Plant won't lose. Mark my words. I said it ahead of time. That's that. I got a few little comments here. Yes! My money's on Canelo. Look at some of my old past predictions. Yes, I'm a Canelo fan, but there were certain times where I wanted the other fighter to win. Like, for instance, Lara. I was like, look, Lara's not going to win, but I want Lara to win. And I said it exactly. Look at exactly how it happened. It went down exactly like that, okay? Against Khan, against Mayweather, against all of them. Yeah, I like Canelo, but I'm not a. It's. I don't favor any fighter. I am for boxing. Okay, and that's that. I give you the ins and outs of what's pros and cons of at least the strategy I've known, which is a little bit beyond boxing because it's martial arts and true military war experience strategy being involved. So gotta get going. One love, one life. We're together alive. We're shine much brighter. My name is Jesus Nezaya Medina, aka Stryker, when it comes to the fighting game, because I like to strike a lot. Look at all my live feeds, you'll see. That's another thing. Look at live feeds more often. Not mine, just period. This is how you get to know people's characters. When there is no break, when they're just talking, they mess up, and then you can see how they continue. That's how you can trust someone, okay? When you see them in the flow and they keep going without any insecurities or whatnot. Gotta get going. One love, one life. We're together alive. We'll shine much brighter. Don't forget, you're limited to your creativity. Pain is temporary. Pride is eternal. Fulfillment lasts forever. The fight will be worth it. Whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional, the universe within will reciprocate dearly. Peace may be with you at all times. Let's watch these fights. Thank you, brother. You too, Mark Jake. Have a good one. Let's have some fun watching these fights. Peace. It's a good betting fight. Late money is because he's undefeated and Rodriguez lost.